Just want to make a quick video on Audi B8.5 or B8 front axles. So if your driver's side axle needs to be replaced, it is a breeze. You can actually see the axle right there. So if you got a lot of rust, you can just pop your engine bay up and spray some PP Blast on those. So that's what I did a couple days before. The rust really is not bad. This is a pretty new car as well. But this axle came right out with an impact. If you don't have an impact, it's possible. You'll basically have to loosen a bolt, or put the car in park, loosen the bolt, put it in neutral, spin the axle. It's totally doable. But if you have an impact, it makes your life a lot easier. Just put it in neutral, spin it around, and take all the bolts out. These are one-time use bolts. These bolts I used twice. But for this axle, I'm using some new bolts. It was 30 bucks. It's pretty expensive, but think about the consequences, right? 30 bucks is not that bad. So this axle, you don't need a tutorial on. It's super duper easy if you've ever done an axle before. But the problem is the passenger side. So it's the same part. You can see I just got this one out. They're the exact same. Well, they're obviously the same size here, but for both front sides, it's the same axle. And I purchased a GKN. These are about $400, $350 to $400, and they are the same thing pretty much without the Volkswagen badge on it. You can actually see right there, they scratched off likely some sort of Volkswagen part number. So literally just an OEM axle. So over here, the tricky part here is, as you can see, look at that, nothing's disconnected. Both my control arms are there. The only thing that's disconnected is my axle, which is very easy on the other side and very possible on this side. Now you will need some tools. So this is your enemy here, these 3 bolts. So these first 2 are not that bad. So you'll go in for these first 2 in here. So this is where the axle mounts, and so let's see, right up there, and then right there. I'll circle those. Those 2 are the easy ones to get to. So I was able to get to those with some wobble extensions, and those are 6 mil. This is what the bolt looks like. They're 6 millimeter hex. So those 2 are pretty easy to get to. They're really hard to see. So take out your phone, put your camera back there, and take a look at them. You can definitely still see them. Like, you can't obviously put your phone that far back and see everything, but you can definitely see and get those out with some effort. It's not the easiest thing. But then the hard one is that one right there in the middle of the frame. That one you cannot get at from down here. Trust me, I tried. So what you'll want is, this is what I use, just a longer 3/8, and this was 30 bucks, and I'm going to use this a lot for other things. So, and you'll go in from down here, make sure your car is cold. The cat will be very hot. Don't ask me how I know. And you can see right down there, easy enough to get to. Now the problem is as you're backing that bolt off, you'll notice the bolt won't go back any further, and you'll notice that you can't pull your ratchet out because there's a piece of metal down there. So what I ended up having to do was go down to a 1/4 inch drive, little guy here, and get that in there. My hand's all beat up. It kind of hurts, but you can definitely do it. And once I got that out, turned the car to the left, the axle fell right out. So now I don't need an alignment. This is the super easy way to do it. I'm like super against disconnecting control arms, so this is the best way to do it, and it's really not that bad if you got the right tools.